Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One, and first I want to say, if you live in a condo, if you live in an apartment, and you don't have to do any repairs and you don't stock materials, you know, this video is really not going to apply to you on the hardware side. But if you make a gizmo and you can sell it, make sure you have all the parts and necessary supplies to make that gizmo. So in a grid down situation, you can still try to have something that people want. Now, I have a goal of having an SHT hardware store. Being in the country, I do a million projects far away from a hardware store, from Lowe's or Home Depot or anything like that. So, you know, if I'm short something, I got to run into town. It takes a lot of time, gas, and it's a pain not having what you need. So that is why I have a hardware store. Plus, I buy lots of what I get at auctions, garage sales. Today was flea market day, and I haven't been in over probably a year. So I went and picked up a few things, and I'll show you. So I'm going to have stuff that you won't have. So don't say, oh, Dave said you got to have this. No. If you have decided, hey, I might want to have some extra hardware, then some of these things might apply. I was deficient in one thing, and that would be cable. This is stainless steel cable. Some people call it the aircraft cable. I didn't have a lot of the smaller sizes. I have a lot of big stuff, and the big stuff is actually bigger than this stuff, but it's got a purpose. You know, in a worst case event, I could take a couple 100 feet of that. In the country, you have trees on both sides of the roads. I could put 4 or 5 layers across the road, instantaneously stop that, unless you have some equipment to cut it. So that's why I salvaged a bunch of that, and I have it on hand. Also, on my property, on one part of my property, I'm using it to actually mark the property line. So a lot of uses for it. But I will assure you, I don't go out and just buy things at full price. A few of these things I did pay full price, but it was full price at the flea market. So let me show you what I'm doing. My buddy came through. He had a neighbor that had a ton of these boxes. There's 2,000 of these little, I think they're stainless steel, bolts. And there's 2,000 in each bag, and he gave those to me. So my buddy definitely has some in-store credit at my SHT hardware store. So that's what I do. I try to salvage things. That's extreme value. If we go into a economic fight or war economics with China and they stop importing to us, we will collapse because we don't make anything. That's why I want the hardware, so I can fix things and also use it as a trade and barter and also help friends. So these were absolutely free. I don't know how much these would cost. Good old stainless steel, little bolts, 1/4 inch. But I guarantee I would not want to pay full price for those bags. So I picked up 4,000 today. So that was great. So I'm going through my cable. This is all older cable that I've salvaged. I don't throw it away. The difference between me and a hoarder, well, some of you are going to say, Dave, you're a hoarder. No, it's how you store it, how you keep it neat, how you keep it organized, how you can find it. So what I'm doing today is I've been gathering up everything I had. I have things in 3 different spots, and I was like, you know what? I got lots of file cabinets. I'm going to make 2 drawers just for cable and for connectors. So that's my goal. So I even saved these. Yes, it's a little bit rusted, but it's 100% serviceable. You'll get another 25 years out of that for sure. Different cable. So if you're thinking about doing cable, make sure you get ends in whatever you're going to need, and they come in all different sizes. This right here is 1/16. So you can make snares out of here. There's just a million uses. This is 1/16, but it's coated. It has a nice coating on it. And then you have I think that's 1/4 inch. Yes. And then this is 1/8 inch. So all kinds of different wires. So that's my goal in the next week, is get my wire situation, get all my different types of connectors, anything I'm going to need to take care of the cable, so I can cross that off my list, because I felt, well, I knew I was a little bit deficient. If we don't have any imports from China, sad to say, this stuff is going to be worth its weight in gold. If someone needs something to repair something, it's going to be very valuable. Also picked up some more screws. You can never have enough screws. Now these I did pay full flea market price. I think he sells them, he's always there once a week, he sells them for $25, all sizes. But I noticed I have 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch that I was very low on the smaller sizes. I have tons of 3-inch, 2.5 inch. So I picked some of these up. These were $25. Yeah, that hurt a little bit, but Home Depot has it for $35 plus tax, so that brings it at least to $38. So I paid $25 instead of $38, and I need these. These are something I will use, so I did pay higher than I normally would. Also starting to pick up anything small. You know, a lot of people concentrate on the big stuff, the big screws, big nails, but it's little stuff that can get you in a bind too. The reason I have this is also, it's called wealth preservation. When I pass away, my son lives right here with me on the same property. He knows where things are. He'll just take over everything, and he will have real wealth. So if the dollar has collapsed by then, he's going to have everything he needs to maintain things around here. And also, if he needs to do outside work, and he can use these supplies to help make him some money or make him something in trade or barter. Also, I'm setting my grandchildren up, so they will have tools, hardware, things that they're going to need. The reason I'm doing this is I don't think the value of the dollar is going to be there forever. So I could leave him some money, or I'm going to leave him tools, equipment, supplies. If I store it properly and not hoard it and have it destroyed or put it in conditions that are going to rust away, it's going to be there for him. So that's what I've been doing. You all know that I'm a hardware fanatic. And right now I'm trying to get it organized because it's a mess. I'm trying to move it. And really, I'm trying to get very serious to see if I have any deficiencies. And the results of getting serious, I noticed that, yes, I need some more cable. And they come on these rolls and easy to store. And it's going to be priceless. In a grid down situation, this stuff is going to be impossible to find. Or if we just have an economic problem with China and they don't import, we'll have some serious problems. So what I want you to do, if you're not in the hardware side, you need to look at everything, go through it, see what you need. If it's something that you are stocking and you think it's going to have value, get it now. Now, some of you are saying, Dave, I can barely stock food. So yeah, you need to concentrate on food, concentrate on water, concentrate on the things you're going to need. But for preppers who have been doing it for a while and they're way ahead of the curve, you need to start thinking wealth preservation in something practical that I can use myself personally. If not, I can use it as a trade item, or maybe I can use the item in a worst case event to make some money or to make a trade or a barter possible. Also, the advantages you're going to have if you have something and your neighbors need it. Hopefully you can definitely, with charity or with trade, help a lot of people out. And I know my hardware store will help people out because it helps people out all the time. People call me, hey, you got this, you got that. So a lot of people have credit in my store. Some people don't have any credit in the store. They've used all their credit up. So I hope you're looking at the tiny, tiny little things that will make your survival a little easier. Thanks for watching.